This is Logitech Slim Folio Pro keyboard for the iPad Pro. It has a pretty unique design, a keyboard that is backlit, and costs less than Apple's own smart keyboard. It's been only 6 months since the iPad Pro was announced, and since then there's really only a select few keyboard cases that support the new iPad Pros. The Slim Folio Pro from Logitech is a keyboard case with a folio design. It's made out of a soft silicone material, but it feels really durable. The folio style cover allows you to place the iPad in 3 different positions, 2 different angles for when you're using the keyboard and typing, and another one for when you're drawing or jotting down notes using the Apple Pencil. Now, I really like this since there are times when I need the iPad to sit at a particular position, and this keyboard case allows me to do that. As a case, it protects all 4 corners of the iPad with this really high quality, durable, pliable silicone material. It was actually a little bit tough to put the iPad in, but once it's in, your iPad is well protected inside. Now, if you're an Apple Pencil user, don't fret. Logitech thought of this ahead of time, and the Apple Pencil fits perfectly with this case and still allows you to charge it wirelessly. But probably the best thing about this case is that this magnetic flap will secure the Apple Pencil when it's all closed up, so that pencil isn't going anywhere. The keyboard itself feels great. It feels like I'm typing on an old MacBook keyboard that before they switch over to the new butterfly switches. The tactile response and the throw just feels amazing. The entire review is also written on this keyboard. It's that great. Now, as much as I love Apple's own smart keyboard, this keyboard just feels right. This is what iPad typing should be like in the future, and I hope Apple can develop something as good as this for the next generation iPad Pros. Now, like most third-party keyboards for the iPad, there's also dedicated shortcut buttons that sit above the number keys. Things like changing the keyboard brightness, a home button, a spotlight button, media keys, as well as a lock button to lock your iPad, and a battery button to see whether you need to charge the keyboard case or not. A really neat feature that Logitech thought about is how the keyboard activates. There's a magnetic strip just above the media keys, and when the iPad's dock, it'll automatically activate the keyboard, and when you're done, just undock it, and the keyboard will automatically disconnect and turn off, which is great for saving battery. Now, this keyboard charges via USB-C, which is amazing, and I love that more and more companies are switching over to USB-C. Now, unfortunately, a USB-C cable and charging brick is not included with this keyboard case, but if you already have the iPad Pro, you can use the same charger, or what's even better, you can charge this keyboard by plugging it into your iPad Pro, which is really convenient. Now, another thing that is great is that it can last up to 3 months in a single charge, but obviously that depends on how often you use it and whether or not you're using the max brightness for the keyboard or not. Okay, so while this seems like the perfect companion for the iPad Pro, the name Slim Folio Pro is a little misleading. The Logitech Slim Folio Pro is thick, with 2 C's, and it's also a lot heavier than Apple's own offering. We'll be doing a video comparison between Apple's smart keyboard and this keyboard very soon, so make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell notification so you know when that video drops. Now, another thing I'm not a fan of is when this iPad is in its 3rd position for drawing. Since the keyboard case is a little bit thicker and there's actual key travel, pushing down on the iPad on either side of the device will make the iPad uneven at times and can be a bit frustrating when I'm using the Apple Pencil. Not a huge deal breaker at all, but definitely something to think about if you're an Apple Pencil user. And that's pretty much it. Logitech Slim Folio Pro retails for $120 for the 11-inch iPad Pro and $130 for the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. This is easily the best keyboard case for the new iPad Pros. It features a great keyboard that is backlit, a case that doesn't compromise, and it charges all via USB-C. But with that added bulk and weight, that might be a huge deal breaker for some, especially if you're looking for something a little bit more minimal.
Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow Apple Insider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the Apple Insider Price Guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.